Hello students, this is Sahara ma'am from Talent Plus Learning English Made Easier. Today I have come with big news for class 10 and 12 students of Cbse board. And the big news is that Cbse board exams 2022, more weightage to be given to term 1 exam in case of disruption in term 2 exam. Now students, we all know that the pandemic created by COVID-19 has turned life topsy-turvy, especially for the students. Students, I believe, has been worst affected, and I'm sure when school reopen again, students will have some tough time adjusting to the usual school routine and coping up with offline exam once again. Now, because of the pandemic situation, the Central Board of Secondary Education has taken the decision to hold the 2022 board exam for class 10 and class 12 students in 2 terms with a reduced syllabus. Now, let us come to term 1 exam, and students listen very carefully to this. The term 1 examination will be held between November and December, and it will cover a time period of 2 to 3 weeks. Duration of the examination will be 90 minutes. Total marks will be 40 marks. Of course, you'll have choices in between your questions. And the tentative date for releasing the date sheet by Cbse for term 1 examination is October 10th. Now you all know questions for term 1 are going to be set by Cbse board. No individual school is going to set the question paper. Now questions that will be coming in term 1 examination will be objective type. Questions will be multiple choice question. Each question will have 4 options, out of which you have to choose one option which you think to be the correct one. Now listen carefully. You have to put your answers in the OMR sheet. In the OMR sheet, there are a few instructions that you should know properly. You should use only black or blue ballpoint pens, and you should avoid gel pen or fountain pen for filling up the circles. Next, you have to darken the circles or the bubbles completely. You cannot put a tick mark or a cross mark. Half fill or overfill bubbles will be not read by the software. As you can see in this picture, if you put a tick mark, that is incorrect. If you put a cross mark, that is also incorrect. If you make the circle half fill, that is incorrect. And the correct pattern is you have to darken the circle completely. Now, while filling up the OMR sheet, you have to be very alert and careful. Now suppose you think the right option for question number 1 is option B. So what you'll do, you'll darken the B option completely. Now while choosing your answer, while deciding on your answer, you have to be very careful, because once you darken the circle, you cannot undo it. So think properly, think carefully, take your decision for once, and then select your answer and darken your circle, right? Moreover, another news from Cbse is that after the term 1 examinations are over, individual mark sheets will be given to the student from their respective institutions. So valid mark sheet you all will get on your performance in term 1 examination. Now this mark sheet of term 1 examination will be highly helpful for you in getting admission in other senior secondary schools in case you want to change the school where you are already studying. You all know that the classes for class 11 starts much before the results declared by Cbse, and this mark sheet will be highly helpful for you in getting admission to any institutions of your choice. Now this is all about term 1 examination. Now let us come to term 2 examination, which is most probably going to be held in the month of March and April 2022. Now, the term 2 examination will be of subjective type, including practical components. So it will be a 2-hour examination, and the questions will be case-based question, situation-based question, open-ended question, short answers, long answers, and so on and so forth. So in term 2 examination, you will have to put your ideas, your own opinions and views while writing your answer. Now, the final score of a student would be calculated on the basis of his or her performance in both the terms considered together. Now, another important news from Cbse is that if schools open around February or March, more weightage would be given to term 2 performance of students. But in case students that schools does not open at all even in February and March, then the results of class 10 and class 12 would be prepared on the basis of term 1 examination as well as the internal assessment. Now, when I say the term internal assessment, in various subjects the schools must have given different project works and different speaking and listening skills so far as the literature subjects are concerned. So on the basis of the project work, on the basis of seminars, workshops, and on the basis of listening and speaking skill in literature subject like English, the marks of internal assessment would be calculated. Or it might also be that if because of the pandemic the schools does not open in March or April, term 2 examination might also be held in MCQ pattern. Now, of course, whether term 2 will be held in subjective form or in objective form, only time can say that. But for the time being, let us concentrate on term 1 examination and do our level best to perform the best in our examination. Now, moreover, students, I want to remind you that since the term 1 examinations are being conducted in MCQ form, this is a golden opportunity for all the students to do their best in every examination. While one might get full marks in maths, say science, even in social science, it has always been difficult to get the full marks in English because it's literature. But this time you can get even full marks in English, and that's really good news. So students, try your level best, try to get full marks in every subject and try to excel in your English subject especially, and to excel in your English subject, keep watching my channel. That's all for today. Goodbye students. Hope you all do well in your term 1 exams.